have something beneficial to say or value to say, because if you don't say anything. Half the meetings I go to, I don't speak because I have nothing to say.
It's so interesting. I am from being in many boardrooms for many, many years, probably 15 years being in marketing boardrooms, not 15 years, about 10 years being in marketing boardrooms with CEOs, with my team, with lots of different people, lots of different teams. I've had thousands and thousands of meetings. I eventually observed something in myself, which is a bit of a prejudice that I have, which is the minute someone speaks, based on their contribution score, which is like a credit score, based on all of the contributions you made in the past, in those first couple of seconds, if their previous contributions were all valuable, everyone in the room would stop and look and lean in. But if they developed a low contribution score because they'd continually talked for the sake of talking, i.e. they're just like, I'll give you an example. In my New York office back in the day, there was this one guy who, we'd be in a brainstorm trying to solve a problem, and he would start speaking, and you'd see by the way he started speaking that he hadn't actually thought through what he was going to say. And he'd go, what about if we put a, I don't know, like a pop-up, and like maybe we'll do some TikToks. And so honestly, what I then observed from that individual is every time they opened their mouth, people would instantly basically like dismiss the idea because they had such a low contribution score. And like, we all have a contribution score. You have one, I have one, based on the last 10 years of when we've opened our mouth, how valuable it was to the people around us. Like that individual, whenever he spoke, I would see the person sat next to him, who I won't name, almost like low-key roll their eyes in the first 5 seconds and shut it down before he'd even got it out. And then there was this other guy called, in my UK office, called Paul, never spoke, like never really said anything, super mature, super experienced guy. The minute he said anything, because every time he opened his mouth, it was important and valuable and considered, everyone went, he could interrupt anyone. The instant silence, everyone stares over at this guy. Because when he contributed, we all knew that he had something valuable to add. And so I would say to my team, and I said this to this team that we're here with us in New York, like just make sure you protect your contribution score.